character, I'm a little self-conscious about Mort. Maybe it's because he's too much like me, but.
Where's your hearing aid?
Well.
Anybody else?
No.
Bob?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to know when you put the mic in my bedroom.
Oh.
It is so right on, except that he ought to take a broom so they can sweep the court. 6 feet deep in water.
Yeah, I'm getting a really different sensation from everybody else. I think it's starting as a comedy, but the more I hear them talk, the more it feels like a power struggle to me. The guy's trapped, and he wants out of that, and he doesn't know how to get out. And it feels like a love story. I mean, it feels like to me he's going to do something besides be a happy husband. I'm getting weather metaphors and game metaphors, and that really can be expanded a lot more action out of that, I think. It's nice, tight writing, very good.
Dave?
I pick up on that same thing. I think they're going to a poker game, or they're going to Vegas, or, you know, just a sense. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's so. It doesn't seem like it's on the nose. I mean, I know you're writing, and I think there's something else going to happen here. I really like it very much.
Suzanne?
Well, yeah, maybe the guy is trapped, but it also seems like the woman knows it, and she's starting to try and reach him too. I mean, the line, I want to save myself and you, Mort. I mean, it's saying a lot more than something just physical.
She's the jailer.
Well, I don't think so.
Anyone else?
It's interesting.
Yes.
It seems like the guys and the women have exact opposite perceptions.
Gee, what a surprise.
I liked it a lot too for a while.
For what?
For a while.
Oh. Okay.
And then you began running in place. And then you began doing what television, American television, I know this is a play, but I want to make a comment about American television, which is ruining American drama. Because the characters begin to tell each other what they already know. He knows she goes to 6 organizations during the week. You've got to find a different way to get that information over, it seems to me, than having the 2 people who already know it talking to each other as though they don't. And it also got a little repetitive for me because they're having conversation now and not dialogue. In the beginning, it was wonderfully charming and witty. They're funny with each other. I thought they were very warm with each other. I must admit, I got a momentary flash that how could a man really be intending to play tennis? Golf, maybe, but tennis? I've squeegeed too many courts, personally, and I know it takes hours on most courts. You said, I think, there was thunder and rain coming down, and he called it a drizzle, which I thought was interesting. I mean, pay attention to your own words and language here. If it's a downpour, if she calls it a downpour and he calls it a drizzle, right away you have 2 people with differing perceptions, or you have 2 people with differing agendas. He wants to get out of the house, and maybe he's going to play tennis and maybe he isn't. I don't know. Starts off as a comedy, and then it just sort of runs in place for a while. I think you're a skilled writer, but you need to advance your story. I could not figure out where this play was going. Because if it's a bedroom, drawing room comedy, and they're always going to stay in the bedroom, that's one thing. But they're talking too long to each other. By this time, if he's made his date, he's on his way out the door. And he'll put his brace on as he goes. Janie?
You know, when you're talking about that they shouldn't tell, you know, what she's involved with and all that stuff, can that be part of what you're talking about with environment and setup? So when the play opens, you'll see the stickers or the signs for Save the Whales or doing
Oh, sure, absolutely. You can be visual in a play. You can be visual in a book. I love the cross-pollination between movies and theater and books. Why should books be non-visual, for example? If you can borrow movie techniques, that doesn't mean you write a movie script. It means you borrow visualizations for that, and the same in plays. You could save all that with that. And he might come up with a line of dialogue like, which is it this time? I've lost track. You've been to 6 meetings this week. Is it the whales? Is it this? Is it that? In a form of mild contention or even wit. Make it charming. Make him warm if that's the way you want the character to behave to the other guy. But don't deliver information. You must never remember exposition. Exposition comes out of the drama. When a writer starts thinking about delivering information, it is death to the material. Write your story. Concentrate on the story. Everything else takes care of itself. Information is delivered in the course of the drama. But I want to get back to Katie's play. This is a play. Does anybody have any other comments first? It's a play. It's full of dialogue. If it were a feature film, I think if you ever want to write a feature film, you should set a trial for yourself. Try to write as long as possible as if it were a silent movie. And in the old silent movies, you saw pictures, and then occasionally, when the filmmaker felt it was absolutely necessary, a little caption would appear on the screen. And even that wasn't necessary many of the time because it became quite clear what was going on. They were forced to make it clear. You as writers, in writing feature films, it's a visual medium, with some exceptions, obviously. But a feature film should be moving pictures. And it's amazing how much information you can deliver, speaking of the information to deliver, silently. I got up to 36 pages once of a very, not action-packed, anybody can do car chases, a sequence of events where you began to understand who people were, what their backgrounds were, in dramatic form, visually. You don't even need dialogue half the time. All right, thank you all for coming. Again.
Thank you.
You're smooth as a
Silk.
smooth as a cucumber. No, what is it?
Cucumbers have no warts on
Smooth
them.
as a cactus.
Well, I've done it in my road 15 years. But then we get into the marketing of a TV movie, and the network executives do like to participate, for better or worse, usually worse. Watch your screens, and you'll see the result in the formation of the material. You cannot, all of us as a group, if we were network executives, cannot help you as a writer by each of us giving you our organic feelings about this material. But we can tell you to make it visual, not for television. You're writing this as a movie. Make it visual and deliver the information in the course of the drama.